diablo sucio. Lealtad siempre promete, me afila el machete. La tengo arañando las paredes.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going. This is Corbin Carroll. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swings through that one for strike two.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Man, that slider bearing in your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter. It just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
One down, base is empty. Oh. That one finds the zone. Going to count 1-2. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer. He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the veteran shortstop, Francisco Lindor. And he grounds one to the right side. And it goes just foul. Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted by Cleveland, and a guy with some serious power and an excellent defender. That one ripped, and foul ball. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here's Juan Soto. Ground ball to first. Could be 2. Goes to second for 1. On to first. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And there's a foul ball. There's a swing and a drive. And that is a foul ball. And he deals. That one drilled left field. And that's going to bang against the wall. So a man at first. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Swings through that one. 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Vientos off of first with 2 away. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Oh, it's a really good pass to the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
It's through for a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Batting fifth.
Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Two on, 2 outs. On the ground, right side. And that's a fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. Carroll quickly throws it in. Runner holds it third, so just 1 across on the play.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels...
That one is absolutely belted. And out of here. And they add on. It's 4-0. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time.
And here is Tyrone Taylor. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
This to third. Sends it to first.
Yep,
inning over. Although plenty of damage done. Mets get 3 on this homer. It's now back here in Queens. Here's the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Swinging a foul back, and that's out of play.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Tosses to first, and quickly 1 away in the second. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. That's out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, bases empty.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just...
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. And we're back. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Burns back to work. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out number 1. Now it's going to be Luis Angel Acuna. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back. Gone. He made him pay for that one, and they add to the lead. It's 5-zip.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there.
Back to the top of the Mets order. So up next for New York, Francisco Lindor. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Swung on, belted. And a foul ball. Burns, a Northern California native. He was a 4th-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he played alongside an outfielder who eventually made it to the majors. Yeah, that guy's name was Tony Gonsolin. Made it as a pitcher. Perdomo makes the grab. 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Ripped on a line. And that ends the inning. The Mets add 1 to their lead on this solo shot. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here is Pavin Smith. First pitch just misses. Smith in his 4th year, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. Right side, Alonso. And he handles it himself for the out. And now the catcher comes up to him, Gabriel Moreno. Fly ball center field. Acuna sizes this one up, hauls it in, 2 away.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Struck him out looking. Diamondbacks down. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Hard hit left side. To first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Here's Pete Alonso. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And that one hammered. That's back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
The left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And first offering is fouled off. And strike 2.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with pitches outside the zone.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And that keeps the inning going. Here's Jesse Winker. He's already homered here in this one. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag. Back here in Queens. And now Corbin Carroll. And that one fouled off. Holmes ready to fire now. To the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Ketel Marte up to the plate. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being a...
Runner goes again. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Bottom of the 4th, here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and the speedy runner is on at first.
Pitching for Arizona.
Man at first, nobody out. And now Francisco Alvarez. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Mets really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. 5 of their hits have come from at-bats where they were behind in the count, so they're really battling up there. And even if they don't want to make it a habit of falling behind, they're doing a great job of making the most out of it. I think that's contagious throughout the lineup.
And that's ripped into left, base hit. And now two aboard. And next for the Mets, Luis Angel Acuna. He's already homered in this game. Little chopper rolls foul. That one fouled off. Foul ball, still 0-2. This to third, and it's through for a hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. The tag safe, and it's now a 6-run lead. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 1 for 2. That one ripped. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. One run across. Relay throw home. In there. He's safe. And it's an 8-run lead.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Lindor leads off second with nobody out. Tap foul at the plate. And they'll do it again. It's in and out of his glove. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out. Throws to first in time. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. And a base hit knocks in a run. Man at first. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Now pitching for Arizona, number 40, Bryce.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the second out of the inning.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Fought off foul. Winker, the runner at first with 2 gone. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. McCarthy settles under it. Squeezes it. And that is the... And we're back. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Jake McCarthy.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up. You know, these D-backs, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
1 out, bases empty. And that drops in for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority. Now there's the 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Now it's the DH, Pavin Smith to third. And that one handled. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Carroll ranging back. And that one is off the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double. Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with one away. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Francisco Lindor. This one in the air center field. McCarthy should have this one. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. The relay to the plate, but it's offline. And they extend their lead. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Juan Soto. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Mets,
Mark Vientos now at the plate.
Vientos.
Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out. Back here at Citi Field, top of the 6th inning. And here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno, inside. Ball 1. And strike 1 to the catcher.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
And there's one down. And now the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day. That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Comes up empty.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and he got him with number 9. Back here in Queens, well, we go bottom 6. And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Jarvis back to work. And that one lifted in the air center field. McCarthy settles under it. Corrals it. One down. So up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Nimmo goes 6 feet 3 inches, 31 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. The Mets up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. Lifted in the air, right field. Carroll has this one sized up. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Now here is Jesse Winker. And that is out of play. A dive, nice stop, fires to first. What a play, inning over. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Next
One
offering
ball,
in the
two
dirt.
strikes.
Now 1-2. One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport. These are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
That's outside, and that's ball one. Right through there for a strike. Close, but called a ball. 2-2. Naylor stands at first with one out. In the air, left side. Nimmo has it sized up. Snags it for the second out. Here's the center fielder, Jake McCarthy. That's a strike.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting...
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Pitching for the
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Ryan Thompson.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. It's a ball.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset. Well, these Mets putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They keep finding themselves behind in the count, but it really hasn't mattered in this one. 7 of their hits have come in disadvantaged counts, and I think that helps create a mental advantage for these guys.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So now back to the top of the order. And next for the Mets, Francisco Lindor. Reaches, but can't make the grab. The throw to third, and the throw's offline, safe at third. So 1 out with 2 aboard. Juan Soto digs in now. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Hard on the ground to first. Out number 2, and another run comes in. Mark Vientos will hit next. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Fouled off left side. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Runner at third, 2 away.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
Fires across the diamond. That ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 8th. Now the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Just missed. That one misses. And now 2-0. And here comes the Mets manager.
Pitching for the New York Mets, number 72.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Nimmo ranging after it. Puts it away for the out.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 8th. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fly ball down the line. Hauls it in for the out. Now a chance for Gabriel Moreno. On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first, and that is the ready for the bottom of the 8th. And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Now the 0-1. Foul ball.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
High fly ball down the left field line. That's back. That's back some more. And that is gone.
No, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean,
Pitching for
and now
Arizona.
it's going to be Brandon Nimmo.
Number 35, Joe Manafly.
Fouled off to the right. Mantiply, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Good job to fight that one off. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So now here's the Mets DH, Jesse Winker. And first offering is fouled off. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, but obviously out of the bullpen you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, center
So
fielder,
digging in,
Tyrone
Tyrone Taylor. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
One strike.
And that one ripped to left, and foul ball. Nimmo leads off first with one away. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground, 2 ball. Here's Marte for one. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. A Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. Last chance coming up for the D-backs. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now here is Geraldo Perdomo. And there's a ball. Nunez, a 6'2 righty, 28 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. On the ground to first. Steps on first for the out. Now up next for Arizona, Corbin Carroll.
Corbin Carroll.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
Foul ball there. Swings through it for the K. And Arizona with just one out left.
Oh, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets use two pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.